The Orchard, after Chekhov. Crystal Kieran as Barminder with Andrew Laurie as Yash in The Orchard, after Chekhov. David Cooper, written by Sarina Parmar. Directed by Ravi Jain. Until September 1st at the Jackie Maxwell Studio Theatre, 10 Queens Parade, Niagara-on-the-Lake. Showfest.com or 905-468-2172. The famous Chekhovian law of theatrical action states that a gun that appears in the first act must go off by the third, but in The Cherry Orchard, even he breaks his own rule. In what Anton Chekhov intended to be a comedy, The Cherry Orchard lets its characters off with a touch more empathy than usual, perhaps because of the play's connection to his own family history. His father, the son of a former serf, bankrupted the family by building a new house, and the land was bought by a friend of the family's, and that deal reportedly forms the basis of the exchange that seals the fate of Lyubov Andreevna Ranevskaya's land in Chekhov's final play, finished in 1903, the year before his death. Article continued below. In her first produced play on Now at the Show Festival, where she has been an actor for the past 2 seasons, Sarina Parmar follows Chekhov's example in many ways, down to her own toying with the rule of Chekhov's gun. Not only do her characters escape the play without gunfire, these figures from Parmar's own legacy are written with respect, admiration, and are given a more hopeful ending. In The Orchard, after Chekhov, Parmar places the story in 1970s Okanagan Valley area, documenting the lesser-known histories of the South Asian families that farmed there, including her own. After a promotional drive had moved thousands of British immigrants to the region since the late 1800s, Parmar drops us into Canada after Pierre Trudeau's 1971 Multiculturalism Act presented a new national era of immigration intolerance, or at least the outward appearance of one. We follow the Punjabi-Canadian Bosran family, broken on the brink of losing their orchard, Loveleen, Pamela Sinha, and her daughter Annie, Parmar, brother Gurjit, Sanjay, Talwar, niece Barminder, Crystal Kieran, father Keshar, David Adams, and friends Yash, Andrew Laurie, who enabled Loveleen's time in India, and Peter, Shan Ahmed, a philosopher that wishes for the family to return to India. Along with them we meet their hired staff Donna, Rung Fu, and Yebi, Kelly Wong, both with the trauma of Canada's Japanese internment camps, and Charlie, Yanni Lozon, a hard, private but joyous member of the Silix tribe and residential school survivor. 2 friends of the Bosrans, a neighbor farmer Paul, Neil Barkley, and wealthy real estate owner Michael, Jeff Meadows, our emblems of the era's white privilege. They hark upon the importance of community and generosity, until they see an opportunity for financial and social gain open for themselves. The action unfolds when Annie returns from 6 weeks in India, sent there to retrieve Loveleen, who has spent the last 5 years there without contact with the orchard, despondent with the death of her son, besotted with a man who uses her money and leaves her. Loveleen's arrival is meant to restore order to the orchard, which has suffered financially without her, and will hopefully avoid Michael's solution of turning half the land into an RV park. But she returns to find her family at an assortment of crossroads between duty, faith, values and love, and in true Chekhovian spirit, crisis leads to inaction, and inaction leads to less than desirable ends. But the brilliance of Parmar's adaptation is that she creates full, relatable, sympathetic characters who are up against challenges that extend far beyond their personal flaws. And in Ravi Jain's careful, taut direction that draws out simple but impactful performances from the cast, you feel the weight of time passing on the orchard, not only as we meet the characters, but far past as well as far beyond, and the energy it takes for these people to exist, let alone to thrive. Their moments of weakness and sorrow are earned, as are the more infrequent moments of levity and slapstick comedy. Wrangling a sprawling familial story with 13 actors, fiery speeches and the responsibility of honoring the histories of thousands of Canadian immigrant and Indigenous stories is a large task for a new playwright, and Parmar handles it capably, and it's reasonable to think that for these reasons, she would stick to the blueprint in Chekhov's source material. But viewing The Orchard, after Chekhov, will frame future viewings of the original, and that's a strong legacy for this work on its own.